Hello, welcome back. This is quite a big turn, so let's quickly get on with it. We got some alteration. Was it alteration? We got some alteration. I'm going to do some enchantment next. I'll talk about that in a moment though. Search the sites, didn't find any. This is Vengeance of the Dead, I believe. Projected on my prophet, but did nothing. Found no sites manually either. We were the victim of an assassination attempt. So this is Scaleria, who has a pan assassin, which is quite funny. I assume they must have charmed this guy at some point. So he kills one of our monks, unfortunately. He doesn't have any gems or items or anything though. 21 morale. Yep. And there's also still spies in the capital. And then lots of battles. Millgate first. This was Scaleria's ocean army that was trying to get on land. It managed to attack into my Amazon's province, which I didn't think it could get to. Apparently it can. So we lost Millgate, unfortunately. We also attacked into Casian Forest with our mercenaries to try and halt the advance of this army. So the plan here was to just have mercenaries block, while I have my monks all with bodyguards, just casting Banish. Seems to mostly work out. So that was Casian. We did lose all the mercenaries, but that was kind of the point. Only lost one of our knights. And still got almost all of our... I believe this guy was the... Yeah, this was the mercenary leader. Who I thought was quite interesting because he's level 2 priest, but I guess he died as well. We also got attacked in Nom. This is another little raiding army, just attacking into province defense. So that's just some more long dead and stuff. Battle in Suthu. This was another coastal province that the other lake army attacked into. This one I did defend though. Not too bad. And then we stormed 2 fortresses. So, first one, Kolamagor. This is quite a decent army. Into not much stuff. Mostly corpse constructs. A line of troops. What looks like a mini communion. And his god. This is his trio god. And they're all lost. They've all lost their eyes. Yeah, we can see they're all pretty powerful mages. He cast Storm, interestingly. We do get a little bit clogged up in the gateway, unfortunately. It was okay though after that. So that was Collingwood. Yeah, we didn't really lose much. 2 monks, sage, a couple of troops, and yeah, killed his god, took the fort. So that's not too bad. Next up was Scleria. This is, I suppose, more units. Mostly it's the Vestals who are quite powerful. Other than that, though, it's a pretty big communion as well. These are much better mages. So we do basically the same thing. He casts Wailing Winds though. Which doesn't seem like it hurt my morale too badly. I don't know, it doesn't look too bad. But we do start to rout. Quite severely. That one didn't go quite as well. That's Scleria. We lost a lot of stuff there, including 38 Knights of Man, who are 40 gold each. That's way over 1,000 gold. And we also lost 12 monks, 3 crones, which really hurts. That's also almost 1,000 gold. 10 Mothers of Avalon, that's over 2,000 gold. And we didn't really kill anything. All of his mages are still there. We killed all of the junk. We killed a third of his Vestals. So not really very good. So 1 out of 2. Somehow, even though we killed Scleria's god, he still got off 1 more round of Wrath of God. In Man, we got hit by a hurricane. In Opry, 370 gold and a Dusk Dagger. And in Exobothia, we got some nature gems. We killed a scout in Phrygia, which is a Maragnon scout, interestingly. And then we got another hero, Brangwyn. This is an Astral 3 mage, which is something I do not have, I don't think. What's Murden? Aren't you Astral 2? Yeah, Astral 2. So we've got even more astral magic now, which is quite good. What is very funny is that this hero is blind. And we did just find one of the Grey One's eyes from that battle. Which does restore sight. So, let's see. Currently she has 0 attack, defense and precision. But with the Eye of the Grey One... Oh, she has 335, much better. Kind of an awkward mage. She has very, very low map movement 4. I guess I'm teleporting her this turn just to kind of move her around a bit. I'll do a bit of sight searching with her and figure out what there's something more interesting to do with her. She could very easily forge Moonvine bracelets for me when I get Construction 6. Okay, so this didn't go perfectly. It would have been quite nice to take Scleria, and it would have been nice to at least kill some mages or something, but I think it was just Wailing Winds that owned us. I think if we hadn't like fled from morale, we did like, there's only 40 Vestals left and his mages, and I think we would have gradually kind of got through those, and all the wolves from Hal would have been building up on his communion. I'm wondering, see, last turn when I was doing the scripting for that army, one of the things I made sure to do is make sure that nobody would like go off script and cast, what's it called? Growing Fury. But I'm wondering now if maybe I should have cast Growing Fury. Maybe if everyone had gone berserk, we would have stayed in the battle longer and won. I was just afraid of this spell in case it like makes my mages go berserk, which sounds like it would be very bad. So there's a few things happening this turn. But before I get into like movements and stuff, one thing that I did notice is that we can see that there's sort of two things that are very, very close to us now from Marignon. One is this fort in the Greater Wall, which is right next to me, which contains 40 enemy units, mostly assassins, which doesn't sound very good. I can't think of why someone would be building up assassins right next to me other than to attack me. And the other thing is, in the other fort that's right next to me is his god as well. I can't see that many units over here, but I don't have that many monks over here. But just a shitload of assassins plus his god is making me a bit nervous. So in Man I'm doing a couple of things. I've distributed some gems to my mages just in case they get assassinated. And I started putting units on God Commander. I'm still trying to like patrol out the spies and everything in Man. I'm also going to start moving troops back to my cap, I think. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff down here, and I've been constantly moving troops down south, but I really don't have many troops up here, so from now on I'm going to have to build up a little bit of force up in my cap, I think. So I'm continuing to summon Kushis. The next few units I'm going to recruit are all going to sit in Man for a bit, though, I think. Make sure I've got like at least 100 troops here, just so that I can do something. Last thing as well is, since this fort is on a forest, I'm going to cast Beckoning on it. As far as I know, Beckoning is like an anonymous spell, so he won't know who did this. And it could be Uruk, because Uruk is also a nature nation, I believe. But mostly I'm just a bit worried. I'll just try and like... I'll be a bit more defensive in this area. I'll cast Beckoning on him and just start recruiting some units, I think. Other things I'm doing over here is Brangwen, who I've just given the eye to. She's going to cast Teleport. She's just going to head to the throne and do some site searching. I've got Murden, who's also sneaking around and site searching. And we'll try and move them all to the throne, I think. Once I've got some like good bodyguards or something, I might move all of those powerful mages back to my cap. Start putting up domes in my cap. And do a lot of patrolling. But other than that, down here, the actual sort of battle with Scalaria, I'm doing a couple of things. First of all, I've taken the hat off Jeremy Corbyn. I've given it to one of my A2s, so that the two of them can cast Seeking Arrow. And there's another caster in here who is natively A3, who's also going to cast Seeking Arrow. They're all going to cast Seeking Arrow on this little army in Millgate. I just want to make sure this can't move. At the moment, Scalaria doesn't have any skeletons. I realized you're not supposed to storm with everything, are you? You're supposed to leave like one thing in the garrison, or one commander maintaining siege, I mean, so that if you lose the storm, the fort is still under siege. I forgot to do that, so unfortunately Scalaria is no longer under siege, so he can be summoning skeletons this turn. But to make sure he can't move this army back or continue raiding me with it, I'm going to hit it with 3 Seeking Arrows, and then I'm going to attack into it to hopefully dissolve all of these skeletons. And while that's happening, I'm moving these 2 armies back onto Scalaria just to put it back under siege. There isn't as much stuff here now. It's mostly just a block of archers in the back, these handful of troops in the front, and then all my knights and unicorns are all in this little square with all of my mages. They're mostly going to get buffed. I think that might be a bit better. And while they're sitting on Scleria sieging, I'm also moving out the stuff in Kolomogor as well, which is this stuff. That's also going to slowly move over and sit on Scleria as well. Emerald Lake doesn't seem to have any province events, so my monk is going to attack it. Try and take that back. And while I'm doing all this, I'm constructing a lot of temples. There's a temple going up in Operi. There's one going up in Exobothia, I believe. Yep. There's one going up in Kolomogor. There's one going up in Casian Forest, and I think there might be one more somewhere as well. Either way, we're trying to get up a lot of temples around here to continue pushing Dominion into Scleria. Reason for that is I'm quite close to being able to cast Purgatory. Purgatory just hits undead units with 18 armor-piercing fire damage. It sounds quite good. Jeremy Corbyn only needs 2 boosters to cast this. So I'm going to forge a Flame Helmet next turn, and I've asked one of the other players, can't remember who it is, I think it's Vanarus, to sell me a Skull of Fire as well. So in 3 turns I'll be able to cast this. So all I need to do is just pump up my Dominion in this area a bit more, and Purgatory should really help start killing off some of these undead, I think. So really all I want to do is I want to pin Scleria down in the fort. I'm probably not going to storm it, I'm just going to sit there. And then try and continue blocking in this area to make sure nothing can get up through here either. While that's happening, I'm also switching research into enchantment. I'm going to go to enchantment 6 for Foul Vapors. I do have a mage who could cast this. This might be quite good for sort of just killing those human commanders that Scleria has during the battle. So if I send just a sort of nature water mage in who can cast that with just a few guards and hope that it kind of does enough damage to kill a few mages while we're just sitting here and preaching and letting Purgatory kill skeletons, that might be kind of good. So in 3 turns we'll have Purgatory up and see what happens. Just need to try and just hold this territory a little bit. So I'm moving the army currently in Clon into Casian. This stuff that's here is, there's a temple going up and I'm preaching. There's not a lot of stuff here, but the province events is up to 19, and it's something. There are a lot of banishes, and we do still have enough gems to cast another Howl. So how far could that... Oh, we could get quite far actually with these guys as well. Maybe I should move some more down. Why not? Just make sure we've got a ton of banishment power over here. Just quickly script these guys. Yeah, so I just want to try and block this area for 3 turns before Purgatory goes up. See what we can do. And there were a couple of other little bits and pieces I was doing this turn. I'm casting Cloud Trapeze with some people. One person is Cloud Trapezing into Millgate just to help sort of dissolve skeletons after we've killed the commander. I've got my N5 mage is Cloud Trapezing into Kolomogor. This is the province that has the boosts nature ritual range by 2 provinces site. So from there she's going to be able to do really long range beckonings. It'd be nice to keep hitting these provinces with beckonings to get rid of some of the commanders while I slowly move units down to maybe threaten to take it while this is kind of happening. Anything else? Lots of temples going up. Seeking Arrows being cast. Still doing those site searching. Casting Beckoning on Maragnon. Cloud Trapezing 2 people. Oh, and I'm forging a Green Dragon Scale Mail as well. I thought it might be nice to forge some kind of armor for... Because I've only got 1 caster over here who can do Foul Vapors easily. Oh no, 2 actually. So I want to make sure that they stay alive, and forging an armor item that also gives poison resistance seems like a pretty good idea. So that's what's happening there. So I'm going to end turn there. It's a bit awkward, it didn't go as well as I would have hoped. This army is entirely undead, including the commander, so it could move over the rivers, so I'm not sure where it's going to go exactly. But wherever it moves, we can hit it next turn with 3 more Seeking Arrows. Well, 2 actually, I need my god to forge a Flame Helmet next turn. And it's just this army I haven't seen. This one actually has a mage leading it. Might be a bit more powerful, I don't know. So I'll end turn there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. The last turn was very long, and not much is changing in this turn, so I'll try and go through this very quickly. Someone claimed the Throne of Life, Magnon. We summoned some stuff, hit somebody with a Seeking Arrow. We hit Greater Well with Beckoning. It says 25 units were lured away, but no commanders. A bit unfortunate. Maybe that means there aren't that many assassins there after all, I don't know. Didn't find any sites. There was only 1 commander to hit with Seeking Arrow. Again. We teleported into the province after killing the commander with Seeking Arrow. But they all dissolve with no leadership. This was probably the worst thing to happen in the entire game so far. You know when you like do something really... Whoa, what just happened to my camera? You know when you do a very, very long turn and then you forget something really sort of obvious? I cloud trapezed my N5 caster onto Kolmogor this turn. I forgot that there is the assassin in Kolmogor, and almost every other commander has moved out of the fort. So you can probably imagine how this goes. Badly. That's extremely bad for us. That's the only other N5 that I had. Very, very stupid. That also kind of makes it a bit harder to fight into Asphodel as well. Because the plan was to start casting Beckonings on Asphodel. But so much for that plan. Still spies in the cap. We're back sieging Scleria. We also took back the Lake Province. We lost a forest to a new little army led by another Mountain King. And events, we got 590 gold, 146 gold, from Dominion. And a new hero. Scleria can still be... It hasn't had time to repair, so we could storm it again. We are not storming it again, though. We got a new hero. Morgaine. Very similar to all the other heroes, to be honest. We now have Rihanna. We have 2 Stone Knights, a Green Knight, and now 3 mages. So we almost have all of the heroes, I think. So this turn, yeah, I'm just sitting on Scleria, I'm preaching on it. I was looking around, I noticed that this Dominion over here is not Scleria's, it is, I assume, Asphodel's, or what's left of it. Because Scleria has Misfortune. This guy has Luck. So there's all luck over here. So I'm going to assume that's Asphodel's Dominion, which means the only provinces we can see that actually have Scleria's Dominion are Kolmogor and Ixaboth here, that are both down to 1 candle. Scleria itself, which is on 4. This looks neutral. This is neutral. And looks like it's gaining Ulm's Dominion, actually. And then Greenwoods and Nom are both 3. So we're getting up more temples this turn. We're getting up one in Emerald Lake. We are getting one up in Millgate. We are now sitting on Scleria and preaching. We're still preaching in Cassian Forest. And we're moving into Sea of Mermaids next to put another temple up there. Our Dominion is up to 13 Dom Strength. So hopefully we start getting some white candles in Scleria. Because this turn I am forging a Flame Helmet. And I have confirmed, I actually bought a Skull of Fire off 2 people. Just to make absolutely sure that it came next turn. Because you know what it's like, sometimes people don't bother doing it or they forget for a turn or something. So I've sent 5 pearls to Phlegra to buy 1 from them and 5 slaves to Vanarus to buy 1 from them. So Corbin will be F6 next turn. And we can cast Purgatory. Which should help. Really hope it helps. And then we're also getting close to having Foul Vapors as well, if we want to try and storm the fort with that spell. We'll hit Enchantment 5 next turn. Shouldn't be too long after until we hit 6. And we had a lot of goal this turn, so I'm recruiting mages in every single fort. That's the first time I've done that in a long time. As well as units in every single fort. It's mostly longbows at the moment. Ctesiphon is knights. The cap is still unicorns. Nardigo is longbows. We've got some more longbows over here. More longbows here. And as you can see, there are some red arrows moving towards man now. I'm just putting stuff here. It's mostly unicorns and kushis. I don't know if I've ever actually shown these units. They're just sacred dogs. They've got a lot of hit points, but not much else. They're very fast though. Combat speed 28. Only 1 attack though. And this turn, I'm summoning lots of just packs of wolves. Packs of wolves scales a little bit, so I'll give some boosters out as well. That's just to help patrol. Some of these units are patrolling. Most of them are just the monks and this green knight are all patrolling. I'd really like to get rid of the spy out of my capital. If there's any assassins here, get rid of those as well. And other than that, I think that's it for this turn. I'll just quickly preaching, sieging. This is the Cassian Forest province. Building temples, forging a flame helmet. Oh right, and I'm also hitting this province with Cloud Trapeze and Seeking Arrow. So hopefully we'll do to this army what we just did here, which is we'll just instantly dissolve it. Depends if he puts any province defense here. And that's it for this turn. So thanks for watching. I'm going to submit a partial. So I just want to double check everything after the video's ended. But yeah, I was trying to keep this brief, so see you in a minute. Hello, welcome back. Quite a few things happening this turn. Hopefully this won't go too long. First of all, we got 2 Skulls of Fire from Vanarus and Phlegra. And we got Enchantment to 5. I think this gives us the last dome. Yeah, Flaming Death. We could also summon Watchers now, which might be useful for the patrol. My god could very easily cast that. Eyes of God is also almost castable. We have an S3 and we have a skull cap in the lab, so could almost cast that. Fairy Trot as well. We've got 1. Sadly, we only have 1 N5 mage now, but we could cast that too. We'll keep going. We'll have Foul Vapors next turn. Think about sending someone into the fort to use that. Throne of Death has been claimed by Uruk. And Uruk also cast Vengeful Waters this turn, which I'm not happy about. Not only is that an annoying global, but I wanted to cast that later. We shouldn't have too many problems with this though, because we're going to be pushing our Dominion out quite strongly. So hopefully we have a nice buffer of Dominion to prevent that from hurting us too much, even if we invade him. We cast Seeking Arrow, didn't find any there unfortunately. Or, well, we did, but it didn't quite go the way we wanted it to. We Cloud Trapezed into the forest as well. Dark Knowledge didn't find anything. Arcane Probing did find one thing, Enchanted Current. 2 Astral Pearls and increased magic skills, which is quite nice. We quadrupeded into the other fort. So I had one more sort of N3 3 mage that was in Kolmogor, who was doing Seeking Arrows. I had her quadrupede out so that she didn't get assassinated the way that my other crone did. So she's now in Sleepy Wold, I believe, yeah. And then we had some battles, sort of. This was me quadrupeding into this stack. Unfortunately, the Seeking Arrow doesn't seem to have killed his commander. Took him down to 1 hit point, which is really unfortunate. Because if that would have done 1 additional damage, we would have killed him. I could have also done another Seeking Arrow with that crone, but I had to quadrupede her out to protect her, so... We do 2 air elementals. They unfortunately do not jump to the back and kill him either. But even though we've killed quite a few troops, we do die. Which is a shame. He did have 78 units, we killed 23 of them, so that's quite nice. We also found a site in the Throne Province, which was, I believe, Starlit Pond? Yes. Just an extra pearl. So we're up to 9 pearls per turn, which is pretty good actually, considering we don't have any astral magic really. I guess we've got quite a lot of sages now, but... we lost a monk to the assassin, that's fine. I'm trying to keep as many like junk commanders here as I can, because if the fort is just completely empty, he's just going to move the assassin around, which I don't want. So I'm recruiting monks here every turn. I'm going to start putting some bodyguards here, have some people patrolling, just to make it seem like there's still stuff in this fort. I need to move, I should probably move a daughter over as well once I have something that can guard her. I guess we'll risk it now. I'll just give her some gems, just so that there's something in the fort so that it looks like it's still, there's still a point in being here. Battling work in now. This is the army that we didn't stop. So this guy, I believe, still has 1 hit point. Yep. So we attacked into some province events. At this point it's down to 50 units. But what are these? Wolf Tribe? Yeah, Wolf Tribe are not not the most impressive province defenders. So we killed another 15 units, it's down to 35 now. But it is still over here. So he's moved through here. We got 5 nature gems and 3 fire gems from events. Stars are right for conjurations. Units have aged because of the Throne of Death. Scleria is still open. And we're doing some patrolling in Cassian. This province was up to like 200 unrest earlier. We've been slowly patrolling it down while we sit here and preach. He's got this army still here. I guess he's waiting for me to attack into him, and I'm waiting for him to attack into me, so just kind of a stalemate here. But this is fun. We are still preaching here. We've got the temples up now. This whole area, except for Scleria itself, is now all temples. I'm moving a few things to Exobothia to defend against any movement from working on. So it's just these things. So we'll maintain this line of temples, plus this one here. Try and move some units into Shadowglade next to put a temple up there. And we are still preaching on his cap, including with my prophet. Scleria is down to 1 dark candle. Still got the temple underwater. I put the province events here up to 18, just in case this moves underwater next. It's only 35 units, but unfortunately Emerald Lake is just Marrow. Marrow are pretty bad. Hopefully they'll be good enough to defend against skeletons. I don't want to lose the temple underwater. I'd like to defend against this and then start putting more temples back up underwater. I'm even like recruiting some cheap Marrow as well, just to hopefully try and hold it. Yeah, other than that, everything is pretty much the same. Just building up units here, building up units here. I'm moving some items to Scleria to give to Water Nature Caster, who can storm the fort and do Foul Vapors. I'm also storming Scleria this turn with just a Cynocephalian Chieftain, just to see what's in there, see how many skeletons he's got up to. And this turn, of course, I am, since I've got the 2 boosters, I'm now 506 with my god. So we are casting Purgatory. So hopefully, I don't yet have Dominion in an enemy territory province, but as I said, this is neutral Dominion. I guess technically this is. Scleria is down to 1 dark candle, Greenwoods is 3, Nom is 1, and then these provinces are Asphodel's Dominion. So we just need to push into this area somehow. It's still quite high. Shadowglade is down to 1 dark candle. If my Dominion moves into here, and maybe if we start seeing these lictors die, maybe we should try and move an army in, sit there and put another temple up. It'd be really nice for my Dominion to bleed into Royal Green, but it's taking a long time. I'm most hopeful about my Dominion moving into Scleria though. Yeah, but plan is still the same though. I'm doing a Seeking Arrow this turn on Workenham as well. It should kill this commander, but I think if he puts Province Defense here, the Seeking Arrow might also target the Province Defense commander. So we'll see how that goes. Up here, I'm still just kind of bulking up forces in Man. You see there's more red arrows moving back. I'm moving more monks around to sort of ferry troops from these other forts. I'm forging another Ring of Water Breathing and also a Coral Blade somewhere. Yeah. The Coral Blade is for whoever I send into this fort to do Foul Vapors. It just gives them some additional hit points. 8. And the Rings of Water Breathing are just to get more stuff back underwater to put these temples up quickly. I'm even recruiting some more Ictids in Kemia just to have some units to send down here. And we'll finally have a Hydromancer next turn who are also amphibious. This fort is still only a palisade, so I only have 1 commander recruitment point each turn, and these guys cost 4, so it's taken 4 turns to recruit him. And I started recruiting them about like 2 turns after I took the fort, so it's been a while. I think that's it for this turn. Only other new thing is I'm casting Auspex every turn. I'd really like some more Urgem income. Auspex costs 2 Urgems, so we're on 7 per month, so it's down to 5 per month, so that we now have a chance of finding more Earth sites. I would still like to cast Galegate one day. Once we've wrapped up the war with Scleria, we're going to have more monks than we really need, and one funny thing I could do with them is forge a bunch of Bows of War and give them out, especially since my Bless gives precision. That's much later. Still need to actually wrap up this war. I'm still not very confident. Once we get Purgatory up, we can think about actually doing something, I think. Depends how quickly my Dominion bleeds over here though. This looks like Alm might be coming over to do something. He did send me a message asking me if I needed help with Scleria. And because I really hate having people involved in my wars, I said no. But I think he said he's going to attack anyway. So that's the end of this turn and the end of the video. So thanks for watching. I'll just show off this. This is the army that's in this province now. They're all on God Commander. Up in a block. So next turn we'll try and finish off, well, next video I mean, we'll try and finish off Scleria, I think. I didn't look at the Throne of Death, did I? Might as well do that. There's probably been other thrones that I haven't looked at. Throne of Death, 5 death gems. Yeah, Uruk has 3 thrones now. And he has 2 globals up, right? Yeah. Gift of Health and Vengeful Water. It's a pretty nice combo. Alright, for real this time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.